Welcome to Franchise Addicts, the podcast about franchise movies. I'm Luke.
And I'm Chris.
And this week we are covering the fourth movie in the Indiana Jones franchise, the 2008 Bastard in a Basket, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I'd like to abandon this movie. Abandon my boy! Yep.
Yeah.
But we don't, spoiler, that's the quickest we've gotten a takeoff ever on this show, I think. Maybe.
I was writing the intro and I'm like, I have to do it. I have to get Daniel Plainview in there. And there happens to be a, either celebrated or decried bastard in this movie. Though, are you a bastard if you were then reunited with your father later on?
You lose bastard status.
Yeah, well,
I'm a former bastard. This is my dad. How the conversation goes.
Yeah.
For a while, I was a bastard. I don't know how that.
We'll have to check with some Game of Thrones nerds or something like that. I'm sure there's like legal procedure and stuff to remove that.
You can ask ChatGPT as well.
Oh, you could.
But we'll more on that. I'll tease that for a little later.
But yeah, we are in the year 2008. Indiana Jones was always going to have 2 additional movies that were to come after the original 3. This was planned out by the DreamWorks studio, which Spielberg and Lucas ran together, basically. So this was always in the works. It basically just was, hey, we just have to have an idea by a certain time. I believe Harrison Ford was like, if you don't have an idea by 2008, like, I'm out.
The last thing I'm going to do is embarrass myself and work until 2025. Seriously, dumb roles like Red Hulk. I'm not going to do that.
No.
I won't do that. Oh, wait. I guess he needed some more money or something.
Yeah, apparently Harrison Ford, very notorious for being open about just taking roles for cash. He has openly admitted to that later in his life. See the show Shrinking, which is a very funny show, but that is just a nice cushy paycheck for Harrison Ford from Apple.
I've always been meaning to watch that.
You would really enjoy it. Yeah, you would get a kick out of it.
On my list, my pluribus is currently happening at Apple TV.
Yes, I got to get there.
Jury's out.
I haven't watched it yet, so I'm
excited. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But yeah, the Holy Grail does come up.
Oh, perfect.
It does not. Yeah, this is so 2008. It's interesting, and we always talk about this, right? Like, when did you first see it? Like, what were you doing in 2008? I saw this in theaters. I'm a little older than you, although I think you are also of movie-going age.
But the problem was I was in high school when this movie came out, and it must have been over the summer or something, and I just was always so busy over the summer back from high school, because I went to high school away from my family and my home, so I would come back in the summer. And I must have just missed this. I definitely saw it as soon as it came to DVD after. That's how I remember watching it. Again, Chris loves this little anecdote, watching in the back of like a Honda van with the flip down DVD watching set, and then forcing your parent who's driving the car to listen to a movie instead of entertaining themselves in any way while they're driving.
I had that, and it's funny because 2008, I had a van like that. I had young children, and I remember listening to the same few SpongeBob episodes like over and over and over. It's that's that coddling generation we were. We're just there. You pick. You're the boss. What am I listening to? Oh. But that's cool. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, for some reason I thought it came out later.
Like, I thought it was earlier. I would have thought maybe 04, maybe like half. Okay. Yeah. Because I think in one of our preview posts before, obviously we're recording right now, I think I had said something about the turn of the century CGI, thinking it was like pretty soon after 2000. I'm like, oh, it's in 2008. Whoops. I mean, still kind of, but you know, almost a decade in. Yeah, almost a decade in. So a little bit of the history of this movie. Basically, it was up to Lucas and Spielberg to work on, you know, the story. Spielberg kind of leaves that up to Lucas, and they get a submitted script from a one Frank Darabont, Shawshank Redemption director.
He wrote I just was listening to a thing about him. He wrote Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the script that Kenneth Branagh did with De Niro as Frankenstein. And supposedly he fucked up this Kenneth Branagh messed up the really good script that he had written that was very true to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Obviously, I was listening to this in the wake of the new Guillermo del Toro installment.
Yeah, so basically the Frank Darabont script, just kind of the highlights that differentiate it. Mutt is not in the movie. The Marion character does come back, but not because of a child or anything like that. Her husband is a bad guy in the film, and so that's how she comes back into Indy's life. Is Indy's, you know, going all over the globe, and this guy happens to be the guy that's going after Indy, who happens to be married to Marion. And was always going to be a Soviet plot as the bad guys, because Spielberg had done Schindler's List after the Indy original trilogy, and said that he couldn't take, the Nazis became so serious in his mind then that he couldn't use them as kind of cartoon villains anymore. So there was a pivot shift.
Almost like these guys aren't funny. It's almost like, I don't know. Maybe it's not just a joke.
It seems like one of those, like, maybe they must have asked him this like 20 years after the fact, and he's like, I guess this is why. I would imagine that they were just kind of bored of using the Nazis over and over again, so you might as well just switch it up, do the Soviets. It's not that big of a change. I mean, you're still going to have people with very distinctive accents that are menacing just from the beginning, and you know, you can kind of just paint wide swaths with their characters.
Yeah, and I think, you know, on the surface, that sounds okay.
I know.
Right?
The weird thing is, I'm gonna be describing this history and everything, and you're gonna be like, this sounds like a pretty good idea for a fourth Indiana Jones installment, and it could have been. So yeah, no Mutt. Marion is married to basically the villain of the movie. There is a friend, much like the British guy, and I can't remember the name of the actor. It's the Ray Winstone character in Crystal Skull. So there was always going to be a friend of Indy's that he had like done all this stuff in World War II together as like KGB spies, you know, double agents and stuff like that, because that's apparently what Indy was up to in the intermittent time. And so it was going to be kind of a spy versus spy, and then the overall villain married to Marion, and then, you know, obviously beats him. He's evil, so Marion doesn't want to be with him anymore, and he sleeps her off the feet. Boom, good.
Okay.
And that's it. That sounds like a great movie. And Lucas read it and was like, "Nope, I don't like it. It's not cool enough."
Yeah, we need more young.
Would a kid like this?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
This needs greasers. That sounds okay. I mean, was there so no aliens? Was there no aliens?
There might. I don't remember if the aliens was always the MacGuffin or not. But that's kind of what Lucas was always locked into, was doing this kind of Crystal Skull alien type thing.
Yeah.
And Spielberg apparently has been interviewed, said, we, like him and Harrison Ford, has stock in Indy. So anytime an Indy movie gets made, you know, he's getting a piece. So basically they were like, we can't approve to make another Indiana Jones movie unless Lucas agrees. He's never going to agree to any of this stuff that we kind of want to do. So we'll just let him go. So basically to the Darabont script, they're like, Lucas, just make whatever changes to the Darabont script that you want. And then we'll just make that. So they basically just appeased Lucas. And Spielberg never thought it was a good idea. I think it shows. I don't think there's quite the life in this movie. Like, it's not fun a lot of the time.
No.
And like all the original movies are just instantaneously fun. Like it's kind of that magic that Spielberg had back in the 80s.
Yeah, I think they try and go there. There's clearly like a lot of things set up to be like, this is supposed to mimic that, and it just doesn't. It's just not there. Whether it's just, I mean, I think writing is the worst offender here in this one, but just the magic's not there.
Yeah, I actually think if you think it's writing, I think the writing suffers. I think it's visual style, and there's also a story behind that too. So Crystal Skull was shot by Janusz Kaminski, who has been a longtime Spielberg collaborator since Schindler's List, basically. But he was taking over from Douglas Slocum, who was the cinematographer for every single one of the original 3 movies, and kind of developed the style, the Indy style with Spielberg. And so Janusz was just like, I'm going to try and copy Slocum and like reimagine this guy's original look. And I think this movie looks horrible. Like, there's just something off about it. It's almost like, I think we've talked about this before because you complain about your TV.
I do.
But it's like when the motion smoothing isn't quite right on a TV that you're watching, and like it just looks a bit off. You're like, I know this is supposed to look good. I know that like the stuff that's going on the screen is good, but that like it feels too off.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was watching it on said TV, but the something, I guess, I don't know. It seemed like there was like CG elements there, not all, but like they were there, and they just kind of gave the whole thing an unrealistic look. Lighting, it just it doesn't look good at all. I mean, I think that's pretty fair to say. They do try and absolutely recreate Last Crusade in the very beginning. Same font, same landscapes, desert landscapes. But,
how did you like the cut to gopher?
Very necessary. I thought that was absolutely not random, and
having fun.
They go back to it like.
Oh, I have to.
I feel like it was a not. Is that like the Caddyshack gopher? He's an Indiana Jones now.
How am I supposed to know? It's fun. It's so dumb.
It's having fun, guys.
Wait, we can't start. We can't start yet, Chris. We have to. We can't get into it yet.
Sure.
This movie, Harrison Ford was 65. Apparently, kept himself in such good shape that when he was fitted for this Indy costume, same measurements as his old ones.
All right, Harrison.
Just slid right back in, baby.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
I mean, cool. Good job, Harrison. Get that visit. I mean, I'm sure you've got some people to help you out there, but I'm glad.
Oh yeah. He has the wonders of Hollywood health all around him constantly.
Yeah.
He's a woodworker. He likes working with his hands. So I'm sure.
Yeah. He once jumped off a waterfall. So I mean,
the man jumps off many waterfalls.
Actually, he does. I counted 3, which, by the way, that's totally fine. That's not perilous at all. It's just kind of like, oh, darn it. Are we going to go down a massive waterfall? No worries.
Well, it's just played it. Well,
jump on the raft, and then the raft.
It's a comedic bit. Got to follow through with the bit. Film is set in 1957. So we are in the Cold War era. Kate Blanchett's character, Irina Spalko, was inspired by real Soviet psychic research programs from the 1950s.
Cool.
That's, a little MK Ultra on the United States side. I don't know what the Soviet one was. We get the little arc reveal, that kind of cute little moment, because the movie doesn't immediately start, but we get to the warehouse where the arc is being
Area 51.
Yeah.
All along. That's where it was.
Yeah. Crystal Skull prop was designed to look like it was machined rather than carved. I think that worked. Like, it kind of looks weird. I kind of wanted to talk about the head.
It's too big. It's just dumb.
Beyond the MacGuffin itself and whether it's a good idea and people, whatever, just the look of it. Like, it looks so fake. And there's sometimes where, like, Harrison Ford's like slinging it around like it weighs nothing. I think they did a horrible job on that.
Yeah, it sucks. It just looks like a prop. Like it doesn't look like some ancient artifact at all. It just looks, it looks dumb.
And our final little fact here, this movie grossed over $790 million worldwide, and it was the highest grossing Indiana Jones movie upon its release.
It's great. That's why the capital free markets kill everything. Yep. That's why capitalism ruins art. I feel like we can just you see that, and then you're like, oh, so is that why we just make sequels now and like just IP? And they're like, as long as it's IP, that's a guaranteed 100 mil. Like, it's just it's unfortunate. I mean, also inflation, right? But still not so good.
No.
In my opinion. Should we get into
let's get into this. We got to break this down. This is going to be the most thorough investigation of the Crystal Skull.
It's a Pruder film.
Yep. Frame by frame.
Back and to the left. Back.
All right.
And to the left.
So this movie starts with a really stupid 50s car chase.
Hey, military man! You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Hey, you want to race? He's like, well, I don't know. He's not German, actually. He's American, but it's like, it's so dumb.
It's very kitschy. It's very silly. And apparently it's in the movie because Spielberg is his old buddy George. He liked racing cars back in the day. And so this was a fond memory that Spielberg threw in for old George Lucas.
Reminded me.
Is George Lucas just the biggest baby in Hollywood that people just like, lest we offend George Lucas? He just bullies people creatively.
I created Darth Vader, so you should listen to what I have to say.
All right, George.
I don't know if you saw. Yeah, my films are great. Yeah, he does really get. It's interesting because I mean he's come up with some great ideas, but as we've mentioned many times, it seems that most of these ideas are aided and kind of edited and made better by other people. So it is.
Yeah, he is always overshadowed by better creators on his own movie. Like you always, you just always can point to someone else and be like, oh yeah, he's probably the reason why the movie's this good. Like Lucas sets you a baseline. Like it's going to be entertaining if it's Lucas. Now, how good is it going to be? Matters by everyone else.
Yeah.
And I mean, this movie it's special. So we get Indy, his big reveal. He's with our boy George McHale, Mac, and they are captured by Kate Blanchett, Irina, who's basically doing like a Rocky and Bullwinkle moose and squirrel.
Come out of car now. It's exactly she's got the Russian
Boris and Natasha.
Boris and it's very on the nose. It's almost like you're doing like the funny Russian voice impression at times, but she's there. She's doing it. She's hired. She's a great actor that is in not her finest moment here doing this role.
She really likes taking these bad guy roles in movies that are not very good and kind of putting in the work, but at the same time, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think she's great.
Is
But
she? Here's my hot take. Is she like the Al Pacino of actresses?
I mean, why?
Because she is so like her. Like no matter who she's playing, it's always like that is Kate Blanchett. Like
Yeah,
and she does go like big quite often.
she does. I mean, this role, she is Russian. Kate Blanchett, kind of a
There has to be a Pacino role where he tried to do a Russian accent. That's out there somewhere.
I can't. Oh man, my brain was trying to. I can't do it. Yeah.
It's possible.
Oh, yes. Oh yes. Yeah, can't do it. Oh yes. I feel like he just wouldn't be able to, maybe, or like.
No, his character would be Russian, but he'd talk like Al Pacino.
Yeah. Yeah. The proletariat. No, that was a De Niro inflection.
A little.
Oh man, I wish I could, master the art of Pacino, but it's just such a fine, it's a fine voice. It's a deep.
It's truly a testament to his craft. It's that it is like the Grail.
And I still make movies. You see, The Ritual, where if you look at the thumbnail, it's me going like this. Oh, I'm old, but I'm still in movies.
He looks insane. He looks absolutely insane.
He needs to keep paying for the kids that he keeps having.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of bills. A lot of bills.
What would you think if your dad was 90-year-old Al Pacino, and your mother was like 30?
Ooh,
that's being.
If I take my own characteristics that I currently have right now and put myself in that situation, I would be so mad at him. That would be my entire life goal would be to destroy Al Pacino.
Yeah, you'd be like Robert De Niro in Heat.
Yeah,
kind of. Heat 2. It's happening. You know this?
It's happening. Yeah.
Wow.
Austin Butler.
Austin for sure.
I'm pretty sure.
And then Leo.
Yeah.
Leo's confirmed. Yeah, he's the cat's out of the bag there. That'll be interesting.
Well, because I think Austin Butler is playing the Val Kilmer character.
That would make sense.
So there would have to be Leo and then one other, because there would have to be the cop if Leo's playing.
We need it now. What if Kate Blanchett?
Oh no, it's what's his name? The dude from the newer Star Wars, the Darth Vader.
Oh, Hayden Christensen or
no. The
Adam
newest
Driver?
Adam Driver. I think Adam Driver is supposed to be the Pacino character.
Interesting. The Lego sequel, Heat 2. But let's talk about the Lego sequel of the day,
which is the Crystal Skull, which we find inside of the warehouse. Irina has been tracking this bad boy down. We get to see an alien in a box, and we get cut open and see the Crystal Skull in there. It is magnetic, and so we get some fun magnet stuff happening. A pretty fun kind of chase around the warehouse. A lot of, stuff being driven, smashed into.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty standard, awesome Indy chase.
Yeah, I was gonna say might be the most successful of the film. Definitely has a lot of it's fun, has fun elements, crazy stuff happens. He runs away from 8 people have guns, and he somehow just doesn't get hit and runs on by.
Yeah. And then we get the Roy Winstone. I'm a double agent. And
I'm sorry, Jonesy. I'm sorry,
Jonesy.
I couldn't. They pay better. I'm sorry.
It's gonna get Crocodile Dundee.
It's not a knife, Indy. I'm sorry. It's
Uh,
not really a knife, Indy. I'm sorry, Jonesy. It's just a butter knife.
if the Mac character made any sense, well, I suppose Mac does make the most sense. He just everything he does in this movie doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If that was good with Ray Winstone, like that would be a killer indie character. Like he's got that same British swagger as Connery, and he can do comedy, but also be a tough guy. Like there's just a good character in there, and it's so wasted.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, he's got the chops. Again, like it's like writing, right? Like I just like this is a dumb like most of the ways that the characters act is just kind of subpar.
Oh yeah, and we haven't even gotten to the worst example of that. So Indy is able to get out, and I forget how. Whatever. Oh, he gets on that rocket thing that rockets him out into the desert, and he then finishes off the German dude who doesn't like point to the only other way he could have ran is behind me. But that dude did have a ton of G forces smashing him in the face after being in a fist fight. So maybe he was just, not of the right mind.
Sounds like it. And then Indy's in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
A little bit.
Famous scene.
Well, yeah. I mean, later, like 15 years after.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is in the 50s. The Trinity test was in the 40s.
Correct. That is true. So he's in the.
This looks like the Call of Duty level Nuketown that he is in. For all those Call of Duty fans out there, and I forgot how quick into the movie this is, because the pace of it's really good, as most indie movies are. This movie is not too long. It's not too short. It does not really sag. I don't think really. It moves pretty brisk along. It just gets really stupid really fast. And so Indy realizes that they're going to do a atomic bomb test.
Yeah.
And he gets into a refrigerator, and then it happens.
That's what you do. I mean, so many people could have just been so much better off in those.
He gets launched 27 miles. Because he flies over the car that has, since it realized that there was a bomb going off, been, I would imagine, going at least 60 miles an hour.
Full speed. Yeah. You're going full speed. You blast above that. Yeah, it's great. He is a man of steel. Not that the refrigerator doesn't break after impact of whatever. Yeah, I mean,
this is like the most.
Where the movie ends. This is where the good movie ends. I will make that argument.
Yes.
Up until this point, you're like, okay, all right. Like I'm seeing this. I love that he's all of a sudden in a nuclear bomb test facility. Like that's cool. Oh my gosh, going into that little house with the people. This is all good. But just
Chris,
yeah.
Is this a Top Gun Maverick type of movie? Did Indy die in the nuclear blast, and the rest of the movie is just his fever
horrible dream? I love.
Well, he gets reunited with Marion and has a son that looks up to him by the end of the movie. That's kind of a win.
I think that's it. And then really at the end of the film, we just look at a skull, like a skeleton in a broken refrigerator with the hat. With the hat, the hat makes it.
I mean, he got vaporized by a nuclear bomb. Maybe that's how you ascend to the aliens. Maybe he ascended, and then he gets the vision of his life, so that he can feel complete, like his humanity is complete.
Yeah, sure. I mean, for sure, he's definitely taken off this planet with what happened.
But
whatever happens
in the reality of the movie, he is launched 27 miles from the town in a refrigerator, pops out, climbs over a ridge, views the like event horizon of the mushroom cloud, and nothing else happens after that. He gets scrubbed down for radiation. That's how that works, and gets interrogated by the FBI, and then he's on to his next quest.
Yeah, and I'm sure like, that's supposed to be a little funny. I mean, obviously because it's so over the top, like you climb into a refrigerator, you get launched by a nuclear warhead. But again, like the humor is off. Or like it's either like you can't even tell like was that I don't know. It's just off. It's not connecting. And yeah, that's the first major red flag.
Yeah.
What are you
So
after that?
I agreed with you that the good part of this movie ends after, or like before the atomic blast, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of like this motorcycle chase through the college campus. I think it's kind of the most fun chase, and kind of the most like, at least a little realistic, kind of, sort of, but not really, mixed with enough Indiana Jones humor and style. So I think this is really good, and this comes from Indy getting back, or he's back teaching at college. The great Jim Broadbent comes in. He's the dean of the college and is like, "You are working with the communists, so you're fired," essentially. So Indy is running away, gonna go find some work somewhere else.
The Red Scare.
He's like, I got a guy in Romania. He owes me a favor. I'll go teach there. I'm like, all right.
Where I was with Pancho Villa. That's nobody's accent, but it was. Yeah, he's been up to some shit. He got the Lucille Ball treatment a couple years earlier than she did. It was sad, but so he's fired. He's done.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Chris, like, he probably should have retired though by now. Like, come on, what are you still doing teaching?
Chris, if I've ever just gone, just nobody can find me. Just know that I have a guy in Estonia, and he owes me a favor.
That's it. That's all you gotta say. There's nothing shady about that.
No.
The favor is that I will take you and change your life forever. What is the favor? Like, is the
what
favor...
if you got there and he was like, "No, man, like that's way too much. Like, yeah, I can't."
I was like taking a ride to the airport. Maybe I help you through. But like, what? I don't have fake passports, dude. I'm just your friend from the rugby team back in college. Fuck, man. No, I can't do any of that. Literally,
I can't harbor a fugitive. What are you talking about?
I don't do that. I never did. I think
no. Like we could have. Like if you were ever bored and wanted to like hang out some night, like give me a call.
Yeah, like, that's where this was. That was the level of the favor. Yeah. You misjudged that. Wow. I hope that'd be great if someone, I owe you one, and just someone shows up like, I need you to change my identity and integrate me into your country. I'm on the run from the authorities in Peru.
I would hope to be like, oh no, Chris, you're gonna have to help me out on this one.
Yeah.
Who's it's Bob something. The Jackie Brown, the old guy in the Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown, famously the Quentin Tarantino movie I have seen the least. Okay, let's go though. We're here. We're on the internet. We've got.
I've already forgotten the point I'm gonna make, but just
Ordell Robbie, Samuel L. Jackson, Max Cherry, Ray Nicolette, Louis Garra. These are all the characters, man. I'm not seeing a Bob.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe it's Bob De Niro.
It's not Bob De Niro.
He's Max Cherry. I definitely should go back and rewatch that one. Definitely one of my semi-blind spots. But yeah, so I don't know. Apparently,
all right. Robert Forrester. I was looking for the actor's name.
Oh,
his name is Robert Forrester. Bob Forrester.
Max Cherry. He's actually Max Cherry. The internet's fucking with me too. So okay, all right. Well, Robert Forrester.
I don't remember the point I was going to make about Robert Forrester anymore now.
He is in Jackie Brown. He is
in Jackie Brown.
Along with Chris Tucker. Do you understand the words that are coming out of his mouth?
Chris Tucker's great. Yeah. Every single time. Silver Linings Playbook, very funny in that.
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
You like him in Fifth Element? He goes for it.
He does. And now we got to talk about Shia LaBeouf because he enters the movie.
LaBeouf is in the building. This is early LaBeouf. He was like fresh off of like Transformers, and they're like, "Oh, is this the new It kid?"
Dude, apparently Spielberg was obsessed with him. He's like, this guy is going to be a star, and then Transformers happens, and he's like, "Told you so." And then I think Eagle Eye maybe made over $100 million too, and then Disturbia, and he's like, this guy is a rock star, and so he snatched him up for this movie. But yeah, this is young Shia, and I think he's fine in the movie. That'll be my blanket statement. There are some very dumb things that his character does, but I think we can chalk that up to writing. I think he's fine. I don't even mind kind of the bratty attitude. I just wish his character was written differently.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, he's a good actor. He was, obviously had some ups and downs later in life, but still, yeah, he's totally fine in this. I have no more further questions. He's fine.
He is fine.
Yep.
So Mutt is basically the catalyst for Indy getting involved in what the adventure eventually will be. Mutt explains that he is friends with this Professor Oxley, who Indiana Jones also has known for a very long time, and that Oxley has been researching the Crystal Skull and ancient South American legends and was lost. And Mutt's mom went to look for him. Mary, I believe, is how the confusion starts. Yep, he's been with a lot of Marys, and then oh God, where were we?
He's going over what he's got to do, and he basically the plot. Honestly, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm like, who cares? Like they're like,
so no. It was one of those things where it's like, okay, Oxley's already there, a good reason to go rescue him. Oh, Mutt's mom is also there. Okay, double reason. Like now Mutt's motivated. And then the Soviets come back into town, and the only way to escape is for Harrison Ford to jump on the back of that motorcycle, and they have some pretty T2-esque, incredible cut to horrible stunt dude shots.
It did remind me of that, but before, really quick,
it was a ton of fun.
A real quick shout out to the way that they get out of the diner, which is they see all these, they start to see some shady faces, and they just start a big old jock greaser fight. Yeah, and then
oh yeah, that was great. Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. It was, I get like it's like a Forrest. It was like a Forrest Gump thing.
Well, and you get the Indy Mutt moment where he tells him, like, Mutt's my name, I picked it, so whether you like it or not, deal with it. And then Indy gives him Indy gives him the advice about dropping out of school, and he's like, as long as you're doing something you love, no one can take that from you, kid.
I don't care what you do, kid. I don't even want to be in this movie, and it shows. Every scene I'm in, I'm clearly phoning it in. And he's fine. He's holding up his contract.
Yep, I don't think he's that bad. I really don't. I think he's doing his best. He's an old guy. He's 65. He's doing as many of the stunts as he possibly can to all accounts. That's not just me saying that. He tried to do it. This motorcycle scene is like, it is fun. It's well paced. It is so comedically horrible. Like, to look back at it now, like, the wig is off all the time when they're doing cuts to the back of the head. Like, that is not Harrison Ford riding on the back of that ever. that man has never had a back that is that real flat.
Yep, they got the frame wrong. They
That
didn't
man,
think it would matter.
he is
TV's got better. Uh-oh.
and yeah, they just they asked too much of it, and just pick. I think just from an editing standpoint, just pick some bad shots to cut around.
Yeah. It's honestly it's not good. It's not memorable because I'm thinking back. I didn't take notes on this one, and I did watch this almost a week ago. I'm like, what do I remember about that? Nothing. Like it happened. That's
It did, yeah.
That's it. I don't care. Like it's fine. They're trying to hit the beats, but it's empty.
There's the part where Mutt has to go through the library on the motorcycle, and they lay it down and they slide across the wood floor, and then they get to the end, and the kid's like, "Oh, Professor Jones, blah 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 blah. I got this question with my homework," and then Indy gives him the answer, but then he's like, "Kids, the one thing they don't tell you about archaeology is that you learn more out of the library than into the library," and then they ride off. I'm like, that's a cool Indy moment.
It is, and I mean, I feel like they're definitely trying to hit the same marks, right? Like with all of that is very reminiscent of what we've seen before. So I have to ask myself, is it my own bias? Is it my own cynicism that paints my like I don't care at all? Maybe a little, although I think I'm not alone in that. But it's like they're doing a lot of the same things. It's just like but it doesn't. It doesn't work the same.
Do you want to know what my adjustment would have been? If Luke could script doctor this, at least with the Mutt character, if we just decide to keep Mutt in it, like we want to do the father-son thing as a continuation from the original 3 movies and stuff like that. So we keep him in it. I think you make him not like a tough guy that dropped out of school that kind of needs to find his way, and through finding his dad, Indy, finds, something that he loves to do, with his family, and that's great.
Oh, yeah.
I think you make him a nerd, and you make him afraid of the adventure. Like he's like really good at the like school side of it, and he just gets caught up in Indy's adventure, and Indy has to struggle with the like, why am I bringing my kid with me on something that is this ridiculously dangerous? And he like has to actually face that part of what he does. And now maybe that takes away from like the kind of fun serialized, like, we're just in it to have fun scenes and like, move the plot along or whatever. But I think if you're going to have a kid and make it a younger version, like you can do a little bit more with the dynamic than them just kind of having jokes back and forth about how they don't know each other.
Yeah, the Gone is like the real. There was always a reverence paid, even if it was like the MacGuffin was like, I don't know. They seem to. That stuff seemed a little more front and center, like the historical search of it all. And they just give Mutt is just like the bronze, but not the brain. But I think they made that decision because like he's got to be in the action scenes. He has to do all this action, and if he's like a scrawny nerd, like we don't know what to do with that. Of course, there is the notion. I think this is true for sure that they were like maybe we get him like this. Harrison Ford bows out after this, and then Shia LaBeouf is the new Indiana Jones. Which again, that works in your scenario too. I just think that they're like, he needs to immediately like kick ass because also people are going to notice that Harrison's 65. He's older. Yeah. He will do some things, but he is not like.
You need Shia to carry the action for a decent chunk of the movie.
Yep, and that's why he's a greaser.
Yep, and it just lessens the character, in my opinion. Like there's just the dynamic. Stupid. The dynamic is he just becomes another sidekick. Like it's like whatever. And then their joke is that they're an estranged father and son. But like, how would Indy have ever known? So like, how could Mutt really blame him at all? Like, I understand that there is initial friction to that. But like, if you were just like, dude, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, no chemistry between those two. Like, it's a poor fit. And so that's not exciting. That's not magical or anything like that. It's just kind of like, okay, this is what we're dealing with. It is a paint by numbers Indiana Jones story, like fan fiction, but they got all the people to do it. And they're like, yeah, this isn't going to be like good, but it's like, it's all the thing. It's impressive. Maybe if you're like, oh yeah, it's like a stunt show. I'm watching a stunt show that is like, I can buy it for that. Like they're definitely like, hey, remember this? You remember this? You remember this? Great. But it's not actually good at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get as much of that as I would have thought, because I think we have talked about that before and stuff where it's like, okay, yep, you have to do that again with these like third and fourth movies where you're now on the like fourth iteration of the same bit that they've been doing in the movie throughout. And it just has it. And like I said at the beginning, it just doesn't look right. There's something wrong. I don't know if it's the coloring, like just the setting in the dark jungle with the greens, but like the greens look so good and the jungle looks so good in the first movie. So you're in Raiders. So I don't know, like there's just something off about the color palette. There are people that praise the look of this movie and the action sequences and stuff. And, it's all hail Spielberg, and Janusz did, a good enough job of replicating the look and style and stuff. So there are defenders out there. I don't want to like take away from that, but like there's this movie, like you said, is written just off enough where you're like, the writing doesn't draw you in. And then if I don't like the way it looks, I'm not drawn in by that either. So now I have two things working against me.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I also think it's important to say that like we're grading this based on the others in the franchise, right? Like if this was like National Treasure 3, you'd be like, yeah, this is kind of
not bad. Not bad.
But like this, we just watched Last Crusade. We just watched all of these, and it's just, I mean, whatever. Most Lego sequels will be this way. It's kind of, I mean, they are products of money. I mean, for the most part, right? I mean, often they're very largely driven by money, and people have aged, their lives have changed, they're not in that same pocket. So I mean, it is what it is.
For all intents and purposes, it worked. I mean, it made a ton of money, and
but everyone like thinks about it. Like if I've obviously, as we've been doing this podcast, talked to people about Indiana Jones here and there. Everyone, the common knowledge is the first three are great. Oh, then the last two suck. Crystal Skull sucks. So that's the legacy. I mean, yes, it made money, but like so did Transformers. All of them. And I don't think like we're just like those are shitty movies. Like that are and the Indiana Jones trilogy, like these are like some of the greatest movies like that ever made. So I mean, that's what they're messing with a masterpiece, right? That's where the problem lies.
That's where it gets really tough. Yeah, it gets tough. And usually with the action ones like Die Hard and Terminator and those, it's a slow descent. Like the second one's usually, oh, it's pretty good. Like, yeah, all right. Third one, maybe there's a little bit. By the time you get to the fourth, oh boy. All right. Yeah. We're there. Whereas this has just been like high, pretty high, really high. And now like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
It's a whole different animal. I mean, the three were written, even though they, obviously came out of, I don't know, approximately 5 years apart. It was a part of the same era, the same group. That was of its own, and this was much after the fact. And I mean, this was something that was a contractual obligation, right? So I mean,
it gets me into like the Debbie Downer part of it, where like you just can't recapture some of the magic of these franchises ever again. Like you can try, you can workshop all the great ideas of all time to like bring it back for one more run, but that magic is just gone. Like you're never going to make another Jaws. You can call it Jaws. You can say Spielberg's coming back. We're trying it again. It's never going to be it. And I just don't think Indiana Jones can ever be anything other than the first three movies.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And so I guess, yeah, like, are you like, as an Indiana Jones fan, if they were like, "Hey guys, so hey, it's me, George," or we could make a fourth installment of the series, and we got all kinds of people coming back. We've got some great ideas, but you know what? It's not going to be anywhere near as good. Do you want that? Do you want something that you know is like, you know, I don't know, far lesser than its original, but you still get something, or you just not want it at all?
So, I mean, this is probably antithetical to our entire show premise, but no, I never want it. I am always terrified that they're going to ruin the thing that I liked so much before. Unless I know, like, for instance, the Lord of the Rings, keep making them. You know, they probably went too far with The Hobbit, and like, I didn't watch those movies, but that they like, it has its fans or whatever. But like, I'm happy that they explored those, did whatever they wanted with them. But like, for the most part, if it is a good first movie and it has a potential to get a remake or have a sequel, stay away. Never works.
Yeah. I mean, but then, you know, obviously we do have great sequels.
But that's the thing. When it does work, we get franchises. We get the thing that you're looking for, which is you get a cookie cutter and you just put new parts into it every single time and see what comes out. And sometimes good, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, and you know, it is hard to know how if I don't know. I don't know. I've never made a movie. How easy is it to know like this is a stinker or like maybe this is good, and then you see the final cut and you're like, oh, this didn't work out. You know, unless we work in cinema. But let's keep cruising.
So Mutt and Indy are off to Peru. Dark Peru, as Paddington would say. The darkest Peru, because that's where Paddington's from. Shout out to my Paddington friends out there. And they're looking for Oxley. They're following his clues. Oxley's writing stuff in riddles on the letters that he's sending. Indy's trying to crack the riddle clues.
You wrote a riddle in a dead language. Yeah.
The Indiana Jones flexes that he like knows everything all the time is kind of off the charts in this movie, especially. He's like, you know, that language hasn't been spoken for 6,000 years, but I think if I run it through Mayan, I can get a couple lines. And then he like perfectly reads it like he's Julio from Aliens vs. Predator.
Is that guy? Like, what is?
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me? Yes. I don't know about that voice, but they go for broke here, and it's stupid, right? When he's like when he kind of recounts what he's been up to. Again, it's like the fan fiction aspect where you're just like, you kind of really just like didn't give a shit, huh? Or like you're like, he did this and that, and he ran with Pancho Villa, whatever. Like it's just kind of like it's dumb, and it takes away from it. I don't know.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff kind of happens in the kind of soft middle here. This is where the movie's kind of turning into a bit of a stinker. And so we're in the jungle. They go to a graveyard following the steps from the professor. He has re-hidden the crystal skull that he had originally found back at its original resting place with this old Spanish conquistador that was thought to be lost while he was searching for El Dorado. And so they find this crystal skull. It's so magnificent, has this kind of crazy mind power to it, and is a magnet, but doesn't magnetize things that are magnetic.
I have a really important question about this.
Yes.
Is this the first time that a man has been interested in a crystal?
No, Pink Panther.
Okay. Because women are
into
those crystals.
Women be shopping, Chris.
Crystals.
Women be shopping.
Women be shopping, and then be shopping for crystals, and you know.
I suppose technically the Pink Panther is a diamond. It is not a crystal.
I'm talking crystals. I'm talking moonlight. You charge them in the moonlight.
Moonlight Graham?
You put them in your bra. Crazy shit happens.
All right.
Yeah. And we see the magic of crystals here. They have it. They, I don't know, those little like the people from the foes here, like from the jungle. I don't know what they're called.
The like protectors of the El Dorado, basically, that protect this particular graveyard, and then there's also ones when they actually get to the temple at the end.
Yep, and that's why this is a good stunt show. Those guys are cool for a stunt show because they come out and they flip and they just do weird acrobatic things.
They get chased away right quick every single time.
They're just kind of like, oh, that's okay. So
there's a bunch of like humongous impediments to this mission that arrive, like the ants and the two different tribes people that are like full on attack them with real weapons and stuff like that, and they are able to just skirt by these things no problem. Like the alien head being able to keep the ants at bay, and then the alien head also being able to keep the people away. Just clutch work from my guy, the alien head.
It's a great writing trick. I don't know, just have him hold up the skull and like that does it.
Wait, in the Amazon, what's crazy that happens there? Quicksand. Put in the movie.
Do it.
I hear there's ants that eat humans whole. All right, put it in the movie.
Sounds cool. Yeah. Let's have
what if instead of a rope that he throws to him to get him out of the quicksand, it's a snake? Say it's a rope.
Yeah. Oh, say it's a rope. That's so sad. He takes a long shower after that, like the crying game. That was a cut scene from the film. He just goes and he just showers and cries and realizes what he's just done, and But hey, they had to keep the pacing up. So he gets out of there, and all this fun stuff is happening. The ant scene.
Well, Ray Winstone has now double crossed the Soviets, it seems, and he's back with Indy. And Marion shows up. We get the "oh, that's your son" moment, and Marion and Indy are immediately romantically hit it back off again. Those two just can't keep their hands off each other. They're fighting. They're arguing just like the old days.
Yeah, and she delivers and does her job appropriately, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It's a classic Lego sequel thing, and
I've kind of boxed myself in a corner here from the Raiders podcast, in that
you love Karen.
If Marion is in the movie, that means the movie's good.
Well, yeah.
Well, good luck. Crystal Skull's second best movie, and Raiders first. Okay.
That's super, super cred. Yeah, this is all fine. I mean, it's kind of dumb when he goes and all this car stuff is fine. I mean, I'll say that. I'll just leave it there. The chase and all that, like, it's not great, but it's like, again, like if this was a stunt show and you just want to see like some, kind of kooky fights, the hugely choreographed fight scenes, and Kate Blanchett's in it and blah, blah, blah. Sure.
Did you like when Shia LaBeouf got hit in the nuts over and over again while he was sword fighting?
I love that.
I thought the sword fighting was a cool idea because
I thought it was like, what? How the fuck does he know how to?
They have to do. Yeah, that's the stupid part. But like, just from an idea, like if it was Indy doing it, a young Indy, if he would have been sword fighting on top of a tank in Crusade, everyone would have loved it.
No, I feel like it's just like, it's not, I don't know. It's a different type of
I don't think it's that bad. I think the scene itself is stupid. I think the jungle looks dumb in the background. I think it gets then to the worst part of the entire movie when Mutt is swinging through the jungle on the vines. That is so stupid. Anybody that defends this movie, defend those 2 minutes. Like,
swings.
What? There is like, oh yeah, this is a movie for kids, and like, okay, but you turned it into George of the Jungle for a minute.
It's great. I love a little Tarzan Mutt action. At
least if you're gonna do that to me, Chris, do you know what the price you have to pay to do Tarzan? You got to give me Phil
Collins?
Collins. You knew. Coming now and see my world.
That was the drum fill from In the Air Tonight. If you didn't know, that's what that was.
That's also he plays those same drums for Tarzan.
He does. He just
has anyone hit a drum kit harder than Phil Collins hits his drum kit?
Dave Grohl, John Bonham.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Anyone that's doing hard rock, I feel like, Phil hits it, but he's also, I mean, at the end of the day,
smashes it.
I
think he also, on the production side of it, I think he amplifies that whack.
Yeah, he amplifies the whack. We know that.
he had
he doctors that up. He doctors up his whack. Yeah.
I think he was a toupee man for a while. He's compensating in many ways.
It's all about image, Well,
he tricked me because that's always my impression of Phil Collins, is that he hits the drums really hard. So yeah, we get the jungle chase. Mutt swings on vines, which ultimately saves the day. And like Indy's is like, that's my son. And they're, having their bonding. And then we have them go over 3 different waterfalls because Marion does like a kids movie level trick where she goes skying over the cliff and then lands on a tree and then slowly descends in.
Yeah.
And then Indy does the don't ever do that again.
Don't ever. You don't want me to get angry. Ah! Yeah, it is cartoonish. You know what? Some of the stuff from the earlier movies was cartoonish, and I mean, whatever, it's fine. I didn't think this was the worst, but also it was kind of, it was dumb.
I think the whole jungle stuff is, not to mention about where we're going, which gets even sillier, but yeah, I would say about the 45-minute mark of this 2-hour-long movie, you can kind of check in, check out.
Yeah.
That would be my feedback for you. If someone has listened this far and has not watched the movie, that's how you can watch it. Watch the first half hour to 45 minutes closely, and then look at your phone.
Did they even listen to the TLC song though? Don't they know that they're not supposed to be chasing waterfalls?
Yeah, they chased 3 of them.
Hey, franchise addicts! We're here. We're bringing the funny. Oh! Morning Zoo.
But that would be a specific 90s reference, I would imagine.
Yeah, very 90s.
Yeah.
I seen a rainbow yesterday. It's the beginning.
You did? Wow.
Yeah, that's it.
Breaking news.
Rest in peace, Left Eye.
There you go. So they eventually are heading to Akator, which is the native way to say El Dorado. Because I would imagine that's the conquistador way to say El Dorado. El Dorado, Spanish for the road.
Is that true?
I have no idea. I didn't take Spanish. One of my favorite things to do, because
El Dorado.
Both my brothers took Spanish and I didn't. So I just guess when it comes to Spanish around them.
Doesn't sound like a good way to do it, but they speak English too, so I guess you're off the hook.
El the Road.
El the Road. Very good.
The Golden Road, maybe. So we are at this big temple. It has all of these ancient artifacts. It looks like these guys were collectors. They were archaeologists.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nicolas Cage shows up. Hey, how's it going, Indy?
We have slowly turned Harrison Ford into Nicolas Cage from National Treasure.
Face off. That's it. You got to do the face off. We need Nicolas Cage, sans face, smoking a cig, as he does in that movie. You just see the skull and
Oh,
we get that level Nicolas Cage. He just fucking screams at doves.
Because John Woo Is obsessed with doves.
John Woo loves doves. That's something we definitely knew in the mid 90s.
It's true.
So yeah, Cage would be a fucking amazing addition to this movie. You know, I feel like if you're gonna go dumb, just fucking cage it up.
Do you know what'd be amazing is if they would have made like Tom Cruise the villain instead of Kate Blanchett, and they would have just had Cruise versus old Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Cruise would kick his ass.
It'd be incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love Cruise to be a competing archaeologist like Raiders and just have his manic energy.
Hey,
and it's
hey. Yeah,
and they make it like some like well, I suppose this movie would have worked because it's kind of like Scientology. Yeah, just use Cruise's obsessiveness.
Yeah. Fidelio. I went there that night. My wife. He's dead. Yeah. Oh, Tom would have been great as a villain. Has Tom ever been a villain?
Yes. Well, he's the assassin with Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
Collateral.
He's the bad guy, briefly, kind of the big boss in Tropic Thunder.
That's true. Yeah. Very funny.
Yeah, we need some Cruise.
I mean, Jerry Maguire is not a great guy.
But he steals all of our hearts at the end.
He is a bad guy for like an hour and 45 minutes of that movie.
Well, don't you understand? That's just how the world is. That's how the world works.
I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, as long as at the end of the day, he falls in love with someone that's not as attractive as he is, and he helps a young Cuba Gooding Jr. in the face of adversity.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Oh, he shows him the money so hard.
So basically this entire time Ray Winstone has like been working back and forth between India and the Soviets, and so Kate Blanchett has been, though thwarted multiple times, still able to trail Indy all the way back to where we now see the aliens are the gods that these people were talking about, why they have the elongated skulls and all that nonsense.
Classic alien look. We all know it.
Yeah. And so they're all sitting around, they're all crystallized bodies and stuff like that. And then Kate Blanchett takes the skull away from Indy, places it, and Indy is able, through knowing Mayan, apparently, to communicate with the alien, and the alien wants to give a gift. Kate Blanchett steals the gift for some reason. I would thought that since Indy was communicating with the alien, that who knows? Maybe because she put the head on, she got the gift, like a genie type of situation. She asked for all the knowledge. She wants to know everything.
It's too much. And her brain explodes.
I mean, it's what you got to do to villains in the Indiana Jones universe. You got to give it to them. You got to make them vaporize into nothing.
Yeah. Did you hear that part where she kind of screams like, Epstein didn't kill himself?
I did see that part. Yeah, I caught that. I had to go back and double check to make sure.
All the knowledge.
And as I was rewinding, it was like, Paul is dead. Paul is dead.
Yeah, it's crazy. So wild stuff. She died.
That was like a Robin Williams skit there. Jesus Christ.
Follow
the Yellow Brick Road, El Dorado.
Let's just go back. She understands the MC. Never mind. She understands E equals MC squared. That wasn't even a joke. That literally wasn't a joke. I had zilch, nothing. But I did a subpar Robin Williams, all to get to the very end, which is not funny. It's not good either.
It is not any of those things.
She dies. Not a memorable death, right? We're Indiana Jones, we have memorable, crazy deaths, and this one kind of blows. They kind of were like, oh, she'll get all the knowledge, and she'll just die. But again, this is PG-13, which I know the other ones are, but I don't know. It's later on in our history, so it almost feels like a little tamer than some of the other ones.
Yeah, it is definitely, it's smoothed out a little bit more for
like her death
a younger audience. It's for a younger audience.
There's nothing like scary or slightly disturbing at all.
Not really.
Just the writing. Just the writing is
terrifying.
Is horrific. But yeah, and then like whatever. Then it ends.
Well, Marion and Indy get married, and Mutt reaches for the hat, Indy's hat that has been blown into the church, and he's about to put it on, and Indy grabs it from him. The torch will not be passed.
Nope.
Harrison Ford sticking around for Dial of Destiny.
Not yet, kid. Yeah, it's very much reminded me of how Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, they were trying to get Jeremy Renner to take the torch, and Tom Cruise is like, nope, I'm keeping the torch. I'm keeping the torch. Yeah. So let's wrap it up. Let's wrap this Crystal Skull up.
Favorite scene, Chris?
I'm gonna go with the warehouse scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the motorcycle scene. I just love the comparison between it and T2 and being able to freeze and just see the clear stunt doubles and stuff like that. It's fun.
Watch the mistakes. Yeah.
Oh, this one's gonna be tough. Performance of the movie. We didn't even talk about one of the main characters, John Hurt. Yeah, John Hurt playing Oxley. Just a completely forgettable character. It's absolutely sucks. He's like purposely crazy. So, and speaking in riddles the entire movie. So it doesn't matter. Like he's just a part of the MacGuffin process to move the story along. It sucks because John Hurt coming back to us second time on the show from Aliens. So welcome back, John Hurt, to the show. Sorry, you had a pretty terrible role.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I will go to.
I got a clear one. Yeah, that's. I was gonna say I've got a clear one.
Well, yeah. Well, so for Karen Allen, she, I think, like keeps it up. Like her performance doesn't go down.
She gives it. Yeah, she gives it a boost of hot air. When it's just about to sink to give it a little energy, but it's not as much energy as they think to get us to the end.
Yeah. Well, and also, she's like the fifth or fourth person to join the crew. But yeah, she still possesses some of that, like, I don't know, charm that I feel like is pretty absent from everyone else.
She's great. Yeah. And she like clearly her and Harrison Ford just like as people really like each other and have great chemistry. I think the kiss in the wedding, like it looks unplanned. Like that specific take looks like she just grabbed Harrison Ford and just smacked one on him. And like he pulls back from it and has that goofy, like when you can make a movie star look ugly for a second, like that's kind of magical. So yeah, and she brings that out. So I think she's the performance of the movie. She's the highlight.
There it is.
MVP.
MVP.
Or do we give the LVP to George for kind of being the main thrust of screwing this up from the get-go?
Yeah, and just the LVP. Yeah, writing. George Lucas messing up the script that I'm guessing was much better. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but so yeah, I don't know. MVP. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people like, Harrison Ford, I think he's phoning it in. Cate Blanchett is just doing like a very one-dimensional
the most
character.
Cate Blanchett performance of all time. That's why, again, I'm going back to it. She's the Pacino. Like, Pacino has a lot of.
Do you not like her? Do you? Because I mean, I think she's does.
Do
I think she's.
Do I not like Al Pacino?
Oh, I don't know.
I do. No, I think she's amazing, but she definitely has roles and has such a style to her performance that when she just gets slotted into like be the bad guy in this movie, whether she's doing it purposely or not, she just goes into be bad guy Kate Blanchett, and you're like, okay, there you go. That looks like the character I expect her to be.
Yeah, just a lot of like, mean
deeply
eyes
serious and like, very just stonewalling everything.
Yeah, which another
but
thing
still
too is
like weirdly attractive.
Oh yeah.
And like you catch, she has great angles. Like you'll catch a great angle of her and you're just like, wow.
Her cheekbones are insane.
Yeah.
No, she's good. The comedy doesn't work right in this one. Again, that's writing, but the other, especially Last Crusade, right, had such nice comic relief. This one tries and fails, but that's it.
That is about it.
Let's rate her up.
Oh boy, Chris. It sucks to have such a good string of films and then have to do this to one of them. It's like a 5.3.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, it's not. It is a better movie than like Alien Resurrection. I got to put it in the 6s. I'll give it a 6.3. I can feel decent about giving it a knock because I don't think this movie is successful at what it's trying to do. So 6.3.
I'm going to do 5.8 as a way to say that I like it less.
Yeah.
And it's, whatever, the stunt show aspect, like very cool. There's a lot of resources went into this, a lot of talented people, but just in the end of it's a failure.
Well,
and it could have been better.
So I think I'm honing in on a take, and I think it's that we don't realize how on a knife's edge some of these legacy movies are. Like Indiana Jones has to be almost perfect to get the result of the viewer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, this is exactly what I was expecting. This is awesome. And it does it fairly well for two movies, especially for the general audience. I think Temple of Doom also works.
Yeah, it's great.
But regardless, like if you just are off one caliper, like, and this movie shows it, it's off on multiple ones and like it just doesn't work at all. But like you don't realize, because you think they're like, man, 3 great ones. The idea works so well. You can just do anything with it. And it's like, nope, it just has barely worked 3 times. You can think of it that way.
Mm-hmm. I think that's very true. There's a lot of things.
It's the Star Wars example. It's like, well, you would never dream of saying, no, don't give me more Star Wars. Why would I ever not want more Star Wars? And it's like, you're going to get to a breaking point where you're just like, I don't care anymore. Like I'll pick and choose my thing and all of that sort of stuff. But like, you can definitely just burn an idea to the ground.
Agreed. And we see it here.
Looking at you, Game of Thrones.
Oh, GOT.
Yep.
I'm glad I never watched it. But all right, yeah, no, I mean, I think
that's like shorting the housing market by you.
All right. We're off in the end, baby.
For like 8 years, everyone was like, "What are you doing? Why are you not getting on board?" And Chris was like, "I'll see you in 10, brother. You're never gonna think about this show again."
Wait till you accidentally see that Starbucks cup, and then it's all over, baby. I knew the one. But speaking of endings and maybe bad endings, we're gonna end it next week with Dial of Destiny. I've never seen it. I hope it's better than this. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit better, just from what I've heard when it was released, and I've never seen it. Chris, you've never seen it, so we're going in fresh eyes. I look forward to it. All right. Next time. Thank you. Dial Destiny. Thanks, Chris. Fortune and fame. Fortune and glory. Bye-bye. Fortune and glory.